Hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And let's dive right into the analysis here. So it looks like we haven't validated the bullish setup for Bitcoin. And now we are extending lower once again. We actually reached 59,100 today. We have a slight downsloping trend line here that we tagged. Again, the RSI is not fully extended towards the downside, but we are getting into some pretty oversold conditions. When we get over to the 4-hour, we hit some pretty oversold conditions. We got a nice little bounce. If we continue to push lower and create bullish divergence, it'll be a nice setup for a low. But when we take a look at market cipher, man, oh man, it is not looking good anymore. We now have a 20 and a -5 on the dual band strength index, and this looks like this red diamond is playing out, and we've dropped over $5,000 since then. We're at 65,000. Now we're at 60,200, right? And we have crossed into red money flow. So we need to prepare ourselves for possibly a few months, maybe, or a few weeks at least, for some red money flow price action, which is somewhat like this. You drop and you just chop. You just chop, or you keep dropping until we get a definitive low. And when a definitive low has been struck, then you get a big reversal back up towards the upside. And when you cross back into green money flow, man, oh man, does it get bullish. When we take a look at the larger time frames, like the weekly, still looking quite bearish at the moment. 11 and a -3. I think that's most charts except for the one on Coinbase, I believe, is 8 and a 1. But overall, still quite bearish. Or sorry, this is the Bitstamp chart. But what I do want you guys to know is that 60 days to 90 days after the halving, we usually get a big run up in the Bitcoin price. So are we really gonna wait that long for a big run up for after the halving? And that's what I've noticed. 90 days to 60 days after the halving, you see a considerable pump in the Bitcoin price. So we'll actually have to see if this starts to play out. We are only like a week or a few weeks into the halving. I think the halving was like Monday the 15th or the 19th. I could have gotten that wrong. This one I might have to move a little bit. But we're basically 2 weeks in. So we still have a lot of time on our hands. Like we could be in some downwards price action for maybe 1 to 2 months, right? 1 to 2 months of just pure chop sideways, and then once we get out of it, then we'll find a low, and then we'll start to run back up. And that's why my buy area for this longer term wave 4, right? This longer term wave 4 goes so deep, right? We can go from this level that we're at right now, from 60,000 to 52,000. But overall, this should be in an accumulation phase. So if we dip down here and we remain, sideways chop to slightly downwards, then you should be good for another high in the Bitcoin price in the 5th wave. But overall, it's unfortunate that Bitcoin keeps dropping. But I'll follow it closely, and I will let you guys know when I see significant buying coming in here. I'm not seeing anything just now, so I'll start it from the top, like on the weekly, and then I'll continue forward. So the weekly MACD has just crossed into the red, by the way. The 4-day, the 3-day, the 2-day, the 12-hour, the daily, the 8-hour, the 6-hour, and the 4-hour, which is my favorite one. The 4-hour, when I see significant buying like this, we get a run up in the Bitcoin price. But now we're back up. We're back down to the level that we ran up from, and we're not seeing any more buying. We're not seeing smart money buy anymore. Even on the 1-hour. The 1-hour, we got a little bit of buying, right? A slight buy here. Same thing on the 15-minute. We got some accumulation here and a pop back up, but that seems to have already fizzled out, and we're starting to roll over again. So if we retest 60K and we break it and we push lower, then that may have been all she wrote, and we got to get ready for some more downside in Bitcoin, which is going to be unfortunate, but that's just life, right? It's not always going to be roses and party to straight upside nonstop mooning, right? Eventually these pumps come to an end, and when they do, then you got to be prepared for it. So right now, I'm not looking for any trades. If anything, if we do get a rally back up, I might be looking for a short, as the daily time frame is looking very, very negative, and I think there's some more downside to come. But I won't discount a relief rally. If we do get a relief rally, maybe back to 62K, I'll consider maybe shorting, or we'll see. We'll take it from there, right? We'll see how the chart develops, because we have a big announcement tomorrow. That's going to be the Fed rate hike announcement. So if they hike or cut or just remain, flat to neutral, then maybe the market will hold up. But right now, we got a very significant drop today in the market, and we'll have to see if everything holds up tomorrow. Anyways, that's it for tonight, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.